The Lahore High Court has admitted plea by Nawaz Sharif's party PMLN on the removal of his name from the exit control list. While declaring the petition in fact maintainable, the High Court adjourned case hearing till Saturday, dismissing the stance of Pakistan government and the National Accountability Bureau. Earlier during the hearing, federal government urged the High Court to maintain its condition of seeking a security bond from former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, appearing on behalf of the federal government. Additional Attorney General Ishtiaq Khan objected to the maintainability of the petition and in fact requested that the petition be dismissed for being non-maintainable. He contended that Nawaz should approach the Islamabad High Court instead of for removal of his name from the list, as the federal government has placed his name on the list and the court lacked the jurisdiction to entertain the plea. The government in the 45-page reply opposed the removal of Nawaz's name from ECL without a security bond. It argued that the PMLN Supremo is convicted, which is why he should not be allowed to leave the country without submitting a security bond. The government of Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province has promulgated an ordinance extending certain powers of the armed forces to the entire province. The ordinance is almost a reproduction of two regulations promulgated by the president in 2011 for the federally administered tribal areas and provincially administered tribal areas. Regulations gave a clear and a legal cover to the detention centers set up during military operations. It gives wide-ranging powers to the bureaucracy and the armed forces alike, besides, in fact, allowing for the detention of a suspect or the duration of a military operation. The armed forces has also been empowered to occupy any property with the approval of the provincial government. The Peshawar High Court had scrapped the ordinance, calling it unconstitutional. But days later, Pakistan's top court suspended the Peshawar High Court's decision. The Chief Justice has also ordered a larger bench to hear the case. The petitioners to the case claim that the ordinance deprives the people of the region of their fundamental rights.
New regulation, the new ordinance, and these internal centers have been made legal, so-called, throughout the province. And there's absolute total violation of human and fundamental rights in these internal centers. We want an end, not only an end to the internal centers, but also an investigation.
What we thought was that a martial law had been imposed in Pakhtunkhwa, and we challenged that martial law. Okay? And all the fundamental rights confirmed in the constitution were suspended, basically, for an entire province.
Was against the basic human rights, fundamental human rights granted by the constitution of this country, because many missing people about which PTM has been talking about since a very long time have been, in these internment centers which have been regulated under that ordinance. They have been living in these internment centers from years. So just to give them a right of a fair trial, and just to give them an access to justice, and just to stop this violation of basic human rights, it has been challenged in the Supreme Court of Pakistan.
These petitioners, in fact, remain hopeful of seeking a permanent suspension of the ordinance from the country's top court.